Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Psalms, the 21st chapter. Praise for deliverance. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The king shall joy in thy strength, O Yahweh, and in thy salvation, how greatly shall he rejoice. Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips, Selah. It says, you have given him his heart's desire, you have withheld nothing he requested, Selah, right? That's that interlude. For thou preventest him with blessings. Prevent is like to meet, right? Or to go ahead of, right? So here it's saying like the Lord is, you have met him with blessings of goodness. All right, and the scriptures say that, right? In the kingdom, that while we are yet asking, the Lord is going to do it. Thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head, referring to the king, which this is also applicable to the elect. In 2nd Ezra 2 and 40 on down, there's a visual of that. Okay, it says here, he asked life of thee, and thou gavest it him, even length of days forever and ever. His glory is great, in thy salvation honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. For thou hast made him most blessed forever. Thou hast made him exceeding glad with thy countenance. For the king trusteth in the Lord Yahweh, and through the mercy of the Most High he shall not be moved. And see this, right? This is the mindset that a king should have. Because the king is supposed to be, the one that guides and leads the people, but not after his own covetous ways, but after the ways of the Lord. Okay, instilling righteousness in the land to lead the people. But you had a lot of kings that came and they were opposite of this, right? They weren't seeking the Lord. They weren't glad in the countenance of the Lord. They didn't trust in the Lord. Go read the book of 1st and 2nd Kings, mainly 2nd Kings, but 1st Kings too. You'll see examples of the contrary to what we're reading of here. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Right, let's read that here in the NLT. It says, you will capture all your enemies. Your strong right hand will seize all who hate you. And that time is coming very soon. If you want to know who the enemies are, go into Psalms 83. And then after that, throw on the wicked of our people. Tack that on there. Because guess what? They're going to be seized too. And when Yahweh Shai comes back, that commandment, right, that he mentioned in his parable, those mine enemies that would not that I should reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me, that's going to go into effect. It says here, thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. You know what else is going to be a fiery oven in the time of the Lord's anger? Let's go real quick to the book of Malachi 4 and 1. Oh, not Malachi, Slack. Wait, did I type the wrong one? Malachi. Yeah, no, this is the one. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. See that? Now, how is the day going to burn as an oven? And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Is the Lord going to, manifest a giant oven and just shove the earth in there? No. But the day is referring to the day, right, where the Lord brings the destruction, where World War III goes nuclear and missiles are flying, okay, and you having, missiles hitting this place, Babylon, turning it into a lake of fire. That's the day that's going to burn as an oven. And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Because they're going to be likened unto chaff, and that's easily burnt, right? Once that's burnt, there's no coming back from that. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. See? So it says here, thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. That's prophecy, okay? The fire is a part of the destruction. We just read about an example of that in Malachi 4 and 1. And who is the day? The proud, all that do wickedly. It says here, their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. right? Going into the seed of the unrighteous that are going to be rooted up. That's also in Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 4. And for Esau, that's going to end in Obadiah 1 and 18, right? Where their seed is going to be completely destroyed off the earth. For they intended evil against thee, they imagined mischievous device, a mischievous device or a mischievous plan. That's what that device goes into, which they are not able to perform, because the Lord has not blessed their enterprise. They have that device, that counsel, but that plan, but the Lord's counsel shall stand. And according to the Lord's counsel, you're going down. You're getting judged, right? When he is about to fill his belly, right? Job 20. Thou shalt rain it upon him. Verse 12. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back. Right? When somebody turns their back, especially somebody that's coming after you, they're falling back, they're retreating, they're running away. When thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of men. So what are the arrows of the Lord? The missiles. That's also in 2 Ezra 16, right? Strong is the right hand, thy right hand, which bendeth, the bow, right? It shooteth the arrows. And they shall not miss when they begin to be shot off from the ends of the world. So they're going to turn, they're going to try to flee when that destruction comes. Be thou exalted, Yahweh, in thine own strength. For we, or Slakia, so will we sing and praise thy power. And that brings us to the end of the book of Psalms, the 21st chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Bracha Kodesh. And until next time, Shalom.